What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Wright Family Gaming Review slash testing. So this week I have decided to pick Car Mechanic Simulator 21 for the review. Uh, it is an older game, but it is an amazing game. This is one of my all-time favorite games. I love this game. I was a mechanic for 15 years, maybe longer than that, until a couple years ago when I got my spinal injury. Now I can't lift. That's why I'm into the gaming industry now. Because it's the only other thing I'm good at, the only everything I've done all my life. So, so this game was created by Red Dot. It's published by Playway PLC, which is a great company. If you don't know a whole lot about them, look them up. They've got a bunch of good little cheap games. I mean, not nothing that's going to break the bank. 21 and 10, 14, stuff like that. Not the best done games, but they're really good, really fun, cheap games to play if you're working on a budget. Uh, this game was released for console on May 1st, 2022. It was released for PC on August the 11th through the 12th on 2021. It's rated E for everyone. The PS Store has it rated 4.56 out of 5. PC rating is 96 out of 100. Right now on the PS Store, it is on a very good sale price for $8.99, which is amazing for this game. It's digital only, no multiplayer. It's a one-player game offline. Uh, Steam has it for $21.99. Uh, so basically, in this game, you start out with one garage to work in. Uh, let's jump in so I can show you guys. And so you start out with, you got two bays, but you only start out with one lift. This one here. Then when you don't start with none of this side of the garage, it's all full boxes when you come in. You got your radio, you got a phone, and a computer. And then you work your way up doing quests, uh, cars, storyline cars. That gives you more extra money and extra XP. And then you go to these toolboxes, and here's your abilities that you can work on, and this is your tools and expansions. Over here, you got interior detailing toolkit. We got the welder, which is, I think you start with that, but you don't start with this one. You have to work your way up for it. The welder is awesome. It's one of the most important ones because you can go buy a junkyard one that is completely rusted down the frame, and you can take the welder and zap it, and it goes, fixes it. Your battery charger. This is where you customize your garage and all your places you unlock. Here's your strut machine, wheel balancer, tire changer. So this is an add-on expansion that you can unlock. This is where you repair your stuff. This is for starters, just your regular transmission, your regular parts. Over here, you repair your body parts. And then, of course, the brake lathe for rotors. This is the warehouse where you can actually rebuild motors and stuff like that and store them in there if you want. That's what I usually do. I'll go to the junkyards and buy my own cars So you work your way up doing the story quest until you get enough money and unlock stuff, and then you can start going and getting your own stuff to build for yourself instead of doing the quest. The reason why is, of course, you want to focus on quest 2 because that gives you more XP, especially when you first start out. Just do all quests for like the first 10 quests, and then you should be able to venture out. But I take and go and buy my own wrecked vehicles and redo them. That is what brings more money. Uh, I just now started a new save, so I'm level 15 right now. Uh, I've just now started being able to get my own rides to fix. So this one here, I got the Ford. I just picked it up a day or two ago, and I got that one. I picked them both up at the same time. So here's your map. You don't have all this stuff when you first start, but the barn locations you unlock by doing the quest. It gives you little chests that you can open up, and sometimes you'll get locations. But now I don't do the barns unless I'm looking for parts to actual uh, fix or go pick up, because the cars that are in the barns are way too much. Stop! The cars are way too much in the barns. So I usually pick up parts. Now don't do it when you first start out because you can't use these part machines first start. Once you start unlocking these, it gets a lot easier because you can repair parts instead of buy new ones. So that's what I'm doing. That's the only thing I use the barns for. And then of course the junkyards and the auctions are my top go-tos. Junkyards, of course, are more bad shape, more work, but they're cheaper and you can do a lot good. And of course, these are your two tracks that you can test. You can test track or you can race track. You got a car saloon. That's basically just where you show your cars off. Speed track, that's another track. Photo locations, and then you can drag strip your cars. Here's your engine crane. You have to unlock that when you don't get it when you start either, which is a very good thing to have because anytime I have the vehicle that I'm doing, I see a crankshaft or rod bearings and all that, rod pistons uh, need to be repaired. I pull the motor out instead of just trying to go through the car. So I'll show you around. This is the garage. Of course, my colors orange, white, and green. Everybody knows that. So, of course, you don't have white or green, so it's orange and black on this one. This is my test path. As you can see, this building is green and black. Gates. So this is where you'll come and the car will drive down these humps and it'll tell you what's wrong with them. Uh, this is your wheel alignment, your headlight alignment. And then these are paint booth. This is where all your painting's done. Your car wash is right here. This is where you wash your cars, all that. And then the big dyno, bad boy. This is where you tune your vehicles. You do have a few contracts, quests that you have to tune, but it's only like a couple so far. Uh, the tuning is mostly more for your own vehicles, for you to drag race with them. So there's only one more thing that I've got, and that is the salvaging container I've got to unlock, and the last paint uh, colors. So here's what I'm gonna do. So I have just the last time I played, I rebuilt that or built that motor. That is not the one that came in the truck. I put it in there, and so what I do is I start with the motors, get them rebuilt. Because most of the time when you buy wrecked ones, sometimes you can fix the motors that's in them, repair them, but you get choices. If you look at the status, you'll see the car's information. Go here, you see the engine. Well, down at the bottom, it says swap options right there. That's all the motors that can be put in this vehicle. And this one had the Boss in it, and I put the supercharged in it. And of course, this just tells you uh, what all you've done, what's wrong with it. If you're doing quest cards, this is where you come to for it to show you what's wrong with it, you know. And of course, this is where you sell the car or when you're done with it. And you can, and I have tested this, you can actually buy the cars from a junkyard destroyed like this and just wash them and bring the welder and fix the frame and sell them and still make quite a bit of money off of it. So you don't have to completely rebuild them because I actually have done two already, but I couldn't do the whole car because I ran out of money. So I just did what I could and then sold them for a profit. Uh, but what I found makes money is I go and gather up when I go to the junkyards looking for a car. I go to the parts and I gather every part that I think I can fix, and I buy them, bring them back, and then I go and repair all of them and sell them for a big profit. That's what I've been doing. I've not yet to be able to fix my own one of my own vehicles. I've not had enough money to fix the entire thing yet. So I do the motors and then I put the bodies together because you can do either way you want, but to me the motor's gonna be greasy and messy and all that. I'd rather get it in and then worry about the outside so it don't get as dirty. Okay, so now I gotta go. This the tablet is basically your computer. You can unlock it in your abilities, where you don't have to go over here. You can just go here. So we're gonna go to body tuning, and of course, there's nothing. This is the specialty vehicles. Basically, these are the souped body styles. Uh, Not all vehicles have them. Only a certain few. Uh, Most of them just have the regular body style. So this we're gonna get this one here. And we know, because this one's been wrecked and destroyed, it come from the junkyard, that we have to buy every part. So I just go down through the list and buy everything because you know you gotta have it. Once again, I'm not gonna have the money I need to finish it. So you go to assembly mode to put body parts on. Sorry guys, it's a little loud around here, so it's Thanksgiving week and kids are out of school, so and they are arguing all mornings. Keep an eye on your windows because you will miss them if you don't pay attention because you can't really see them. So this went away, so now I gotta go back into it. Now when I get this done, I will go to uh there we go. So now I do mine, and you can do it either way you want, but I do mine in sections so I can keep up with everything, just like I would in real life. So basically, we know this is destroyed. So we're going to sell it. That's destroyed. We're selling that, selling that, selling that. We'll go ahead and sell that. I'm going to keep that, but I think that's an extra one. That I can repair, so we're not going to sell it. And then I go into my list, shopping list, and I clear it right here. If you do that, you can keep up with what you got. And then basically, I like to just tear them apart. Now, once again, if you're doing a quest card, you don't have to do all this. Quest cards are harder because you got to do certain things to them. You can't just do whatever you want. You just got to fix certain parts, fix them to a certain part of damage. If it's 60%, some of them will say, well, change it, fix it. Some of them will say, if it's up to 30%, don't change it. So it makes it a little difficult. That's why I don't like doing them. I would rather do the cars like this, just rebuild my own. Because when you get your own, you basically know that you're changing everything anyway. You're going to change it all. So what I do is I start, like I said, in the front. I do the motors part first, finish that entire thing. And then I start tearing this part, front cradle, and all that stuff. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have played a lot of mechanic games, and I was a mechanic for years. This is almost legitly exactly what it would be like in real life. Everything, everything. I mean, all the parts are right where they need to be. They look the same as what they would. Uh, the only real difference is, of course, you can't just click on something and fix it in real life, and you can't repair stuff in real life like you can on here. So now what I do is I know I took a strut off, so I'm gonna take it apart. I go here and I fix everything that I know I can fix, and I lost that one. And you do take a risk on losing it completely and having to buy it anyway, but it's worth the risk. It saves some money. So I go there, I do that, and that's all we had. So we're gonna fix both brakes. And there is different stores. So if you see you got a tune-up shop here and a main shop. Main shop's where you get just your regular parts. This is where you get your tuned parts, and there is brakes in it. So you can get sport rotors and all that if you wanted. This is your rims, electronics, your add-ons, your plates, interior, so far and so far. Brand new custom transmissions and stuff if you want. I don't really get into that much. Basically, if you plan on doing a whole lot of tuning, if you're going to be the big drag racing type on here, because there is a lot of people that just build drag stuff and racing. No. And uh, then you want to put tuning parts on it because that makes it faster and that makes it where you can actually tune the vehicle and the dyno. Leave her alone. Go on YouTube and be quiet. Hmm. So, anyway, sorry. This is where I'll go and see what's left that's tore up, and then I add it to the list. So I probably missed some stuff. Now you'll go into your tablet and you'll buy the parts you need. You open your shopping list, click on it, and it'll take you to the parts that you want. And basically, if you really want to make it easy, instead of fixing parts, you just replace them all. Especially if you're rebuilding your own. It's so much easier to do that because all you got to do then is for a fact uh, that you need the same stuff on each side. So basically, you just buy two of everything. It makes it so much easier instead of having to go through and try to pick what you was able to fix and what you wasn't, and what's missing, what's not. And see, I'm not to the point to where I'm going to tune my stuff. I ain't got that kind of money yet, so I'm just basically fixing just enough to make money. That's all I'm doing. Crap, I did it again. So put your rack in, put your main sway bar, then you can put your link. Make sure you don't forget your bushings. We're not putting tires on it yet because I actually forgot to do this. So now we're ready to join parts back together. And if you're a mechanic or a technician like I was for so many years, you will learn to hate these things right here. Right there makes it look easy, but in real life, they're dangerous and they suck. I hate them. Completely hate them. They are really dangerous. So now you just do the same thing to this side, basically. Except now you don't have to exit out because you went ahead and made both of them. So, ah, so we didn't get enough bushings. So I'm gonna get like 8 more. These don't matter if you get too many because you're always using them. And they're not expensive. You don't want to do that with everything else. like the real big expensive parts you don't want to mess up and end up buying more than one. Don't need, because you can resell it, but even if you can resell it, you lose a lot of money out of it. There's a bushing. Put the bushing in before I forget. I think I got the other side, didn't I? Yeah. Oop. No brake caliper. So let's see. Yeah, so I don't even have one. So now we're going to go here. Ah, crap. And go ahead and buy a caliper. There you go. There's the front. Rebuilt completely. And what I have just realized is I did not finish doing the inside, the top part here. So when it comes to this, the top here, I always, like I said, any section I go to, I clear the list off so I don't get confused. And then here I'll go to part mount, because this will show everything that's supposed to be there. So if you'll go and click it, you can add it to your shopping list, which means all you gotta do is then go in, click on it. It'll bring it up in the bring it up, and then you can just buy it. So you got the air filter base, you got the windshield reservoir, ABS is in ABS fuse box. That's in the electrical part, power steering, ECUs in the electrical part, batteries in the electrical part. So now we'll go there. So, and now you just put your parts on. Now, once you've done so many vehicles, you'll learn that they're all, after so long, oh, I forgot to buy the battery. Daggone it. After you do them, you'll realize that most of them's the same. So once you get used to them, you'll be able to just go and click on all that you need all at one time, instead of having to just do it in sections like this. Okay, see, now I finished that row. So now I'll go and clear the list off again, so I make sure I don't buy nothing extra. Add this to the list, add that to the list. And now we add the module, and then of course our fuses. And then, like you did the other one, well, we'll just start right there since it's already there. Relay 2, relay 2, medium fuse V2, relay type 4, ABS module, and 3 of them. Now we go out, go here, by the air filter, by the radiator. Now right here, this is radiator fan housing B. Now right here, I will go and type in fan. And this right there, there it is. That's, oh, what the housing, the fan itself. I think it's that one. So now, we'll just start putting everything together. Nope, nope, got the wrong one. Oh yeah, it had 2 fans. That's what screwed me up. My bad. And then of course, this one I'm not going to clear the list because there's just only 2 more things to get. So we can handle that. Now here you got to reset what you searched, because if not, it will not let you pick it. And then let's see. Then we got the fuse box cover, should be an electrical. And then you put it on. And then of course you gotta get your clips. And then you get 4. Click on it. Click on it. And voila. Now we just fill it up with fluid. Ah, stupid. Make sure you grab the lids. Now watch your antifreeze because some of them, just like in real life, you won't have the jug. You'll have just the radiator fill up. So if you just got the radiator, the cap will be over here and here somewhere. And then we got the brakes. There is no transmission fluid, so. And then this one is done. I'm done. Got the oil, because that's the first thing I do. Uh, once I put when I put a motor in. So now I'll clear the list because we're starting in a new area. Now, like I said, uh, if you want to do it the easiest way, you just excuse me. You know to just buy two of everything. It looks done.
But is it already done? It's done? It's done?
I don't know. No, don't look like it.
Look, I could just put it.
Throw it away. Just throw that away. It don't look no good anyway. Uh, I don't have the money yet to do what I usually do, so I'm try to fix what I can. Now, the one things you do, so we ain't gonna worry about that. One things you do want to try and always rebuild is the big items. Like you want to try to cross member like the big frames under the front. You want to try to fix them because that's the most expensive one. The rear ends and all that you want to try to fix. Transmissions. That's the stuff that you really hope to fix because that just makes it a lot easier. So we know we need that. Got that. We're missing plate, I think. No, we got both plates. The bushings we definitely want to click on. We got both axles. Good. These we need. No, we just needed one. Rotors are good. So, I don't know. I think that's the front. I think we need like 3 of them. I think that's it. We might be missing something. If we are, we'll get it. So we put your rear end back in. Your knuckles. Your drive axles. Then of course you put your leaf spring in. Nope. It was right there with something. You know what? I just realized we didn't buy them items. I think we need 3 of them. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna buy 4 of these. Oh crap, we just needed one of them. Right. Now we got what we came for. I'd have never noticed it if it wouldn't been for that bushing. And of course, as you see, we got parts missing. So we're gonna do it the way we did the others. Click on it twice. Go into our thing. Buy 2 of them. Go ahead and add it while we're over. We'll go over here and we'll repeat the process. Whoa, what did we just do? clicked on, but it wasn't right. Now you want to. I always try to do what I need first before I finish the entire front of the tire, because then it puts that big old tire right in your way. So I honestly think we're gonna have crap all up. Honestly think we're gonna actually have enough money to finish this one. So here we know we have this piece, I think. Yeah. So now we want our muffler. Our fuel tank. We want our middle muffler. Looks like we got. Oh, we need one more of them pipes. Front. And we got the transmission. I think we got the starter. Nope, no friggin' starter. Starters are in here. I think that's it. I don't know. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was V8. So we don't have the drive shaft. Okay, so that's everything I think we need. So we'll go back here. Go out of there. We need one of them. Need the fuel tank. We need two of these. We need two of the middle mufflers. Drive shaft. Two of the rear mufflers. And two of the Cadillac converters. And now we'll just start piecing everything back together here. So the only thing that we still need will be our fuel pump. Now we'll climb up here, click on that, go to parts, and get our fuel pump. Why this ain't in the electrical, I don't know. And that's it. That is it. Now time for our rims, our tires. So I'll lower it down there, go straight to the shop. Of course, we'll start with the tires. So we want to put off-roads on it. We're going to put off-road B on there. We want 4 of them. We're going to put 20s on it. So I'm going to take that down to 2 of them. This is going to be the fronts. And then, oh, oh, this is going to be the rear ones. Now we want to go into the rims and start looking to see what we want for the rims. Nothing there. That one's not too bad. I'm gonna go with these. Of course, 20s, 30. So now, if you knew what color you was gonna paint your truck, you could paint your wheels. You got to do that before you put the tires on. But I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna paint it, so I'm just gonna leave the tires uh, the color that they are. I wish that was that easy in real life. I hate tire machines. So make sure that you don't forget to align. Anytime that you separate a tire on the game, you have to align it. If you don't align it, it will not let you put it on. So and basically, you want to make sure you remember the bigger ones, which is the 245s go in the rear. Yeah, I don't like that at all. The tires are way too small. Profile needs to be a lot bigger. But I'm not gonna waste time on it because I ain't got the money to redo it. And you can't redo the tires after you buy them. So we're gonna take this thing to the test path first, so we can do the wheel alignment on it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and realign the headlights, which ain't bad. Oh, that one was way out. I always try to put it to the center first and then move it over. Okay, so that's aligned. Move this to the paint shop. And let's see what color we're going to paint it. We can do white. Let's see, first off, we're going to do pearl matte. Definitely don't want white. Thinking about that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that one. Make sure you click on it first. And there you have it. There's our paint. So now you open the doors up. You go to assemble it. Oh, oops, not that assembly, but interior mode. Deassembler first. Now here you can play around with it, but I'm not going to. I am going to go in here just like we do on everything else. And click on it like that. Then we'll go back to normal mode so we can go in the tablet, back, interior. So you can put anything you want. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. We might look for something. Well, let's see what the back seat looks like. So it's going to be tan. Bench F350. So let's see if we can find a different F350 bench. Oop, right there was one. Nope. So it looks like it's got to be the bench F350, the tan. I don't like that, but ain't got a choice. You can't change the back ones like you can the front ones. The front ones you can put about any seat you want in it. I see these you can actually play with. You can put about any front seat in you want. But because we gotta use them, we might as well put that in. Might as well just go with the stock stuff, right? And there you have it. Back on it. Normal mode. Don't look too bad. So now you want to move it to the dyno. Let's see what it does. That's what it factory powered at. But we put a totally two different motor ends. Yeah, we gained quite a bit on that. And now we'll move this back to the bay because I forgot something. And you can play around with the windows, of course. I don't. I don't like that pretty color stuff. Crap. Yeah, hard that. And that's it, guys. Now we're gonna get in. Drive the car. That's it. Not too bad. We messed up on the tires pretty bad. And now let's see what we can get for it. We're gonna sell it for 113,000. That's 105 profits. So now see, we jumped all the way to 120. Of course, this is our next one. And I always just go around and tear the parts off the cars, the body anyway, because you know you're going to change it anyway. So. And as you can see, the frame's already been welded, so it's good to go. So next time we'll be rebuilding this baby. We'll look, see what kind of, okay, there's no swap options, so we have to use that motor. So we'll have to see what we can fix on it. There's no oil pan, so. So in order to take the motors out with the cherry pickers, you got to disconnect the transmission, of course, and anything like exhaust wise, it's going to hang up on it and change the engine oil. And now it's out. So now what we'll do is install the motor that we got in here right there, and we'll start taking it apart, see what we can save and what we can't. All right, guys, that'll be tomorrow's episode. So God bless each and every one of you. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the game this week. I love this game. I truly love this game. It is an amazing game. Supposed to have a new one coming out next year. Hopefully, it's going to be just as good. See you tomorrow, guys.